Okay, so the gist of this video is basically going to be about me going out and getting people's response in the public about this trucker convoy stuff. And I learned one thing: 10% of the people you talk to in sales will buy something from you. Well, if I go out and I get a high, yes, I will join with pretty much almost every person I walked up to. The only person that really told me no is a man that didn't really speak that much English. And then a drunk man, like there's a lot of drunk people out there in these truckers, I'll tell you that. And a drunk man that said yes and then he said no. So, like, I don't know. But here's multiple videos. And, you know, when they say stock up, you gotta think, these truck drivers standing up for us and our rights. And, you know, I've heard a few truck drivers talk about the human trafficking. If you're doing it for that, I'm with you. And, yeah, I like what they said about, I went up and down the Gulf Coast. And, yeah, it would be really nice to see Highway 90 blocked off where they couldn't move no money through these damn casinos. That's all I can say. You know, if you shut down these damn casinos in these towns, I guarantee you they would stop everything they're doing. Oh, yes, indeed they would. It wouldn't take long. Not as long as it does in Canada, I bet. Because that's a lot of money they'd be taking. Just saying. So I met some pretty interesting people tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I say at this point we are at an 80% chance that it is going to happen. I know, yeah. So that's pretty cool that people are actually standing up. But you better get what you need, because if these people really go out there and stand up for our rights, some of these, you know, getting our food and stuff is going to slow down at the stores. But sometimes you gotta sacrifice some things to get a point across. I just hope that our government doesn't let it go to the point where it harms a lot of people. And if it gets to that point where it's starting to harm people seriously, I hope the people, you know, something will give. I really do. Because this past December 14th, my mother ended up supposedly in ICU. I don't know what to believe or what to think. I just know what these people told me. And to put my family on that emotional roller coaster and dealing with the stuff I'm dealing with the mayor and exposing his family for recording child rape for NAMBLA, North American Man Boy Love Association, been raping children for a very long time. And a known organization. You know, I am looking at jail time. I have somebody I'm taking care of. But at the same time, I'm also out here trying to expose what's really going on. And I just wish people would stand up in Mississippi. I really do. I would love to see that, and for the right reasons. And by the right people. Not the crooks trying to act like they're right now. Much love. Okay, I have a question about this trucker stuff, so I'm going to start asking people. Hey, are you a trucker? You're a trucker? Look, I don't want nothing from you. I just want to ask you something, and I'm not recording you. I'm recording me asking you. Okay, do you know anything about the Freedom Convoy up in Canada?
Yeah, they shut it down, I think.
No, they say it's still, well, I don't know, it depends on what news outlet. It's still going.
They cleared the bridge.
Yeah, if they came to the United States, would you join?
If I was independent, I probably would.
If you was independent, and why would you?
Stand for freedom.
And what part of freedom would you be standing for? What corruption should you know that's going on?
Oh, they're trying to take all our rights from us. Freedom of speech, trying to take our guns, everything else.
Well, my name is Angela Ward, and I've been fighting against the court systems with adults and children My grandson was kidnapped with fraudulent paperwork with no DHS or CPS. And it led me into other things where other people's kids were taken with this DHS, CPS system and all the children in the human trafficking. And because I stood up and spoke about this, they took my mother too, and I found out that this is a thing that's happening a lot with the elderly as well. Thank you. Okay, I got a question for you. I'm recording myself, not you, okay?
But you recording?
Yeah, I want to ask you a question. Do you know anything about the trucker convoy that's in Canada?
I heard about it. I've been on the road. See, I'm an owner-operator. So
That's what the guy said. He said if he was an owner-operator, he would join it.
yeah, I just heard nicks and pieces. I left yesterday, Louisiana, damn near the Texas borderline.
Yeah.
Drove all the way to Jacksonville. Dropped off. I picked up in Georgia, and I'm back here, heading back to Louisiana. I didn't really. I heard just bits and pieces of it.
So I have a question.
Some kind of mandate.
Well, it's about all kinds of things. It ain't just about the mandate. The news says it's just about the mandate, but it's really about our freedoms.
The people couldn't come out of Canada to cook if they weren't vaccinated.
Vaccinated. Yes, but it's more than just that. I mean, people are doing it for human trafficking. People are doing it about all of our rights, our gun rights, every right that's being,
They need to do it for the fucking fuel.
They do it for the fuel. Look how we're going down. That's just over $3. I'm like, what's going on
I
here?
come from Georgia, 420, 430, looking like on average. I got my certain spots of stuff, Jacksonville was actually cheaper. I dropped off in Jacksonville, past Jacksonville.
Florida was cheaper than here?
Way to the end of it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I come to Florida, but you go to Florida? You ever travel to Florida? Exit 112.
Okay.
You're going down 10. You have enough fuel to make it to exit 112. Top off there. He up to 369 now.
Wow.
But it's still 420 in other places.
Yeah.
So what was your question? I got to talk about all kind of shit,
Well, it's about everything that we're talking about,
You from Canada?
No, I'm from here. And I've been fighting against my my representatives of Mississippi. Well, my grandson was kidnapped with falsified documentation with no DHS or CPS. Out of retaliation because I would not shut up about that case. My mother was snatched, and December 14th, she was found unresponsive. My grandmother was hung up on, and we're still to this day, we don't know what happened. So I'm fighting the human trafficking part about it. There's a book out. If you have a smartphone, right?
Yeah.
If you have it out, pull it out and look up The Deadline, Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin. That is part of my life story in that book.
What's your name?
My name is Angela Ward. In that book, I'm called Baby. And my mother's Susie Q.
Whoa. What's the name of the book?
The Deadline, Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin.
Hold on. I'll write myself a note. I've been drinking. I took me a bath, then made me some money. Took me a bath, and
You ready to go relax now?
yeah, I gotta leave 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, Lord. But I'm about to go to court on February 22nd because they are having a fraudulent court against me for exposing the mayor's family.
Man, you got all kind of
For
shit going on.
recording, I exposed the mayor's family for recording child rape for an envelope.
You recorded some child rape too?
No, I didn't. I exposed the mayor.
You raping people, running from the law. You recording this shit?
Yeah,
What? Who else on there?
just me.
Just you?
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
Let me
I'm gonna take the.
I want to post this video. Post this goddamn video. What's your name first of all? Carol what?
My name is Angela.
Karen?
Angela.
I thought your fucking name was
All right,
Karen.
it's The Deadline.
Angela. Hold on. Angela what?
Angela Ward.
Ward.
Ward. W-A-R-D.
Copy or W?
If you want to. It is fucking cold out here.
Capital W. Angela Ward, that's your
Yes.
name. Now what's this website? What you talking about? You raping people and
No, I'm
stealing
not.
stuff and
I've
running
been
the
exposing
Canada
it.
and selling dope and
No, I don't want to say
What
that.
the fuck you doing in Mississippi talking about Now what's the name of that thing?
The Deadline.
Done with with D-A?
T-H-E.
You know, I'm from the hood.
The Deadline.
The Deadline.
Confessions of a
Hold on.
Dixie Mafia
Oh,
Assassin.
man, that's a long title. You sure that shit gonna pull
The
up?
Deadline.
That's a lot of stuff. By the time I say, hey, the dead, I press that microphone and say, the dead, that motherfucker gonna bring up. Find my dad or something.
Deadline is one word.
Deadline?
Yeah. Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin.
Who came up with that? It gotta be you come up with that long ass goddamn
No,
title.
actually, a lady that wrote the book did.
Confessions
Of a Dixie Mafia Assassin.
of Dixie. Dixie like Alabama Dixie. D-I-X-I-E.
Yeah, but that ain't it. You gotta A. Oh, you gotta space the A. You gotta space it right there. Yeah.
Oh, but Dixie. A Dixie.
Yeah.
Mafia.
Assassin.
Hey, you ever heard of Cornbread Mafia?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know about them. That's why you get on my doorbell. The confession of a Dixie Mafia assassin. You live in Kentucky. Dixie Mafia assassins. How you spell assassin? Even the spell right don't even come up. Assassin. Oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Assassin. S. Oh, we got all kind of S's. Like that?
Yep.
I would see this shit.
You want my phone number? I'll give it to you too. If you send me a text message, I can send you the videos that I made where I exposed the mayor's family for recording child rape.
You know you gotta go to court.
I don't care. That's why I'm out here.
All you need is a
Do you know? You know.
all you need is a black man to blame all that shit on.
No. I wouldn't do that. Come on now, quit.
Hey, you gotta go for selling dope. Worrying about shit in Canada.
Well,
You ain't
look me
Mississippi.
up. I'm gonna get off of here so I can show him my Facebook. Much love. Hey, I don't want nothing from you at all. Okay? But while you're waiting, I have a question for you. Are you a truck driver?
Yes.
Are you an independent? And I'm recording myself, not you.
No.
Okay. I have another question for you.
Okay.
If you was an independent, and have you heard of the Freedom Convoy? If you was an independent, would you join it? And why would you join it?
Don't really believe in all these mandates because stupid. No, it's all pointless.
I believe you too, 110%, and I appreciate that. My name is Angela Ward, and I've been fighting against the human trafficking part for about 7 years now, and I'm trying to stand up and see what people's, real people say, because I don't believe nothing on that TV. I don't believe nothing. But I would appreciate it if you did stand up. There's a book out called The Deadline, Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin. It has half of my family's story in it about what happened. If you like to be interested in reading it. You have a good day. Excuse me, sir. I have a question. Are you a truck driver? Can I just ask you a question? Do you know about the Freedom Convoy?
I don't know much about it. I've seen little things here and there. I was actually going to look into it last night because I've heard talk on some of the trucker
Saying
pages,
Yeah.
but I don't know what's what.
So I have a question. I know that it makes a difference if you're independent or if you're working for somebody. If you was independent, would you join the trucker convoy for standing up for our rights?
Me, yeah.
You would?
I would, yeah.
All right, well, my name is Angela Ward, and I'm out trying to expose the human trafficking part about it. My grandson was kidnapped. My mother was found unresponsive on December 14th, and still to this day, we don't know what happened. And, I'm just out here trying to get real information from real people to know what they would say, because I don't believe the news. I don't believe nothing they put on that thing.
Yeah, me either. I don't trust a lot of, but I do know that the human trafficking is very real and very serious. In fact, my wife has got a cousin that lives up in Des Moines, Iowa, that is tied into, he is the sheriff's deputy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the sheriff for Des Moines, Iowa, and his wife is tied into several organizations for human trafficking and kidnapping children and
Yeah.
different things. So that, and also donate to Underground Railroad.
Okay.
So yeah. I may not get a chance to do much, but every little bit helps.
Well, I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to give you my information. I'm going to give you the book that came out. I've been exposing the mayor's family for reporting child rape, and on February 22nd, they're trying to put me in jail and take away my freedoms in fraudulent court with fraudulent court papers. And it's a civil matter that they try to turn into a criminal matter, which they never allow me no evidence. Yeah, so when you're doing things that are exposing people for their bad, believe me, if they got political power, they use
hate
it.
me because I tell the truth, and that's why, even though I am considered an elder of the church,
Yeah.
even the church
They don't do nothing anymore.
they don't even let me preach or teach or anything else anymore either. And I was actually under a preacher that's down here at Waveland, and yeah, he's involved in the political aspect of
Yeah.
everything.
They all got
but
involved because they get money. And when they get money, that money makes them do whatever they're
They get
told.
mad at me because I told them they turned religion into nothing but a business,
Yeah, they have. They really have.
and they don't like me for it, and I really don't care.
Well, it's good to have people out there that don't care. People to, look, if I didn't have all my haters, then I wouldn't be popular, right? Let me get off of here. Let me give him my information, much love. Can I stop you for one second? I don't want nothing from you, okay? I just want your opinion and your word.
Okay.
I'm recording me asking you this question. Do you know anything about the Freedom Convoy?
No. The one that's happening on the border?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if it came to the United States,
Okay.
would you join if you was an independent?
Mm-hmm.
And why would you join?
Because we have our rights.
Because we have rights.
Uh-huh.
And do you know what rights are being violated right now in the United States?
How about the vaccine?
The vaccine, do you know all the other rights that's being violated, like the human trafficking, where they're taking the kids and the DHS and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So you know about that too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, my name is Angela Ward, and I've been fighting against human trafficking for a very long time. And the law of average of sales is normally 10% of the people you talk to in a day will buy your goods. Well, as so far, me going up to people, everybody said they would join this, and the law of average is if I go to 10 people and 10 people tell me, yeah, that means 10 people is going to do it. That means a lot more is going to do it.
No, I think they're already planning it on, I think this month, going to D.C.
Yeah, you're going to go to DC?
Yeah, I think they're planning on, I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah. I saw it on different outlets, so I was just out here. Well, my name is Angela Ward. There's a book out about my family. It's called The Deadline, Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin. And let me get off of here so I can show him my Facebook. I'm recording myself asking you this question. You said you're a truck driver? Right? Okay. Do you know anything about the Freedom Convoy that is up in Canada at the border? No, you don't know nothing about that? Well, they're trying to put together a convoy to stand up for people's freedoms across the United States due to the mandate, human trafficking, gun rights, all rights. Okay? And my question is, if you was an independent, because I know if you work for a company, they will probably fire you, but if you was an independent, would you join the convoy to stand up for people's rights? No? You wouldn't do it? You were the first person that told me no out of 7. Well, it's okay. All right, you have a good night. All right, I'm asking another guy. You're a trucker, correct?
Yeah.
All right, do you know about the Freedom Convoy up in Canada?
Yeah, well, yeah, I keep up with them.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
So what do you think about that? What's
Oh,
your
I
opinion?
love it.
You love it?
Yeah.
And why do you like it?
I mean, they're killing us because of the fuel prices.
It's the fuel prices.
The fuel prices and all this mandates.
What the mandates? Do you know about the human trafficking stuff too?
No.
No. Well, I've been fighting the human trafficking stuff, part of it, for a while. There's a book out called The Deadline, Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally against that.
And it tells part of my family story.
Yeah.
My question is, if it came to the United States, if you was an independent, would you join it?
Yeah, if I was, well, I don't know. I mean, it's like I told my girlfriend,
These people, I mean, they've got to have paid for rigs and all that
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, you have to be independent to be able to
You got
do
to be
it.
independent. You got to have paid for rigs, and I never have. I have no credit, so
But if you was an independent, you would do it.
I probably probably not.
Okay, thank you.
I would kind of, but no, I don't know.
All right, thank you.
I don't know. I'm not going to go out there and sit somewhere forever. They're not going to get nowhere. The governor's going to shut them down and run them off.
Maybe not.
I don't know. I figure.
All right. Are you the driver of this truck? Okay, look. I want to ask you a question. It's nothing bad, okay? I promise. And I don't want nothing from you.
Okay.
All right. Do you know anything about the trucker convoy in Canada?
Yeah, I know about it.
Okay. Now, I have a question for you. If you was an independent, I know because you work for a
Yeah.
company, you can't do
Yeah.
nothing. But if you was an independent and you had the
Yeah.
means to, would you join the trucker convoy?
Not at this now. I have a small son. I'm afraid of repercussions.
You're afraid of the repercussions?
Yeah, I'm having a small son. I'm very responsible. I'm the only income he has.
Yeah.
There's no way I'll do that.
Okay.
Now, just for that reason, if it was by myself and I had no repercussions, nobody else depend on me, especially a small child, I'll do it. If it would be just me.
And why would you done it? Why would you do it?
Ma'am, I'm coming from a communist country. Trust me.
You know.
I know what's
Where are
going
you
on.
from?
Romania.
I like your accent.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot speak too much.
Okay,
I'm on camera all the
I
time.
understand.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. I want to ask you a question. I don't want nothing from you, okay? The fact that you drive a truck is why I'm stopping to ask you. Do you know anything about the Freedom Convoy in Canada?
Freedom Convoy in Canada.
Yeah, at the border where the truckers are standing up against the mandates and different things.
Yeah, I know they trying to stop them for their rights. They want to be treated. Trucking is one of the only industries that ain't regulated now in the U.S. And Canada, obviously.
Now, I have a question for you. I don't know if are you an independent?
Yeah.
All right, so since you're an independent, would you, if they brought the convoy to the United States, would you join and stand up for people's rights and against human trafficking and all that?
Against human trafficking and all of that. Yeah, anybody stand up against human trafficking. I mean,
Well, my name is Angela Ward. There's a book that just came out about my phone. It didn't just come out for about a year. It's called The Deadline.
recording me.
By myself, recording me, talking to you. It's called The Deadline, Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin. And it talks about the human trafficking of me as a child and things that happened to my mother and things that she knew and people that she knew. And I'm just out trying to expose, that part of it and see, because I don't believe nothing they say on the news at all. And I'd rather hear it from other people and their opinions, what they think about it, Because that's the only way I'm going to know.
Right. Well, I understand exactly what you're saying, but I mean, it's a need to. They ain't doing it for nothing. I mean,
No.
you gotta speak truth to power, or else nothing to get done.
Yeah.
You gotta speak truth to power.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you. All right, I'm about to ask another trucker. Excuse me. Can I ask you a question? I don't want nothing from you, okay? I'm recording myself asking you a question because I want to know from the people in my community. I don't want to hear shit from the news. Do you know about the Freedom Convoy in Canada? Yeah. If that came to the United States, would you stand up for our freedoms if you was an independent truck driver? Depends on what?
You can't just stop moving, you got bills.
Yeah, you do have bills.
You still able to take care of it. They trying to lock them jobs up. Smallest things.
Yeah, well, they can't lock up everybody, right? Because y'all are the ones that provide everything for us.
Yeah. Government is strict.
But at the same time, like, people shut their mouth for so long that look where we're at right now. You can't turn your head no more. Because if you do turn your head, if you got a kid, what's going to happen to your kid when you're dead? What's going to happen to your grandkid if we're right here, right now?
When that time comes, I can't really answer that question right now.
You can't answer that question.
I
Well, my name is Angela Ward, and I've been fighting against human trafficking for a while here in my local community. There's a book that just came out called The Deadline, Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin. If you read it, it'll tell you part of my life story. My name is Baby in the book. All right, let me get off of here so I can say. Okay, so I don't want nothing from you. I just want your time to ask you a question. If you was an independent truck driver, would you join the Freedom Convoy if it came to the United States?
Yes.
And why would you?
Because I think everybody should have their own personal opinion and do what they want to do with their own body. Your body, your choice.
Okay, what about the human trafficking part?
What's that?
What about the human trafficking part?
I don't know anything about that.
You don't know nothing about that?
No.
Okay, well, my name is Angela Ward, and I've been fighting against the human trafficking part here in my local area.
I'm definitely against it for sure. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. People that do that should be hung out and executed in front of public.
I agree with you.
Maybe do pay-per-view and then all the proceeds go to the victim and victims' families.
Well, I am actually facing a court date because I put over 3,000 flyers out in my community about the mayor's family recording child rape for NAMBLA, North American Man Boy Love Association. His last name is very prominent, and I just Googled his last name in NAMBLA, and I pulled up 19 sites, and it led me to see transvestites having sex with children. So when I saw that, I put the flyers out, and they took a civil matter and tried to turn it into a criminal matter, and they're trying to put me in jail for it.
Use the videos for evidence.
I did. I got stuff together for them.
I like that outfit.
Much love.